Hello, hello, hello. I am in my cute little new office because my hair is going crazy. That's not why I'm in here, but I'm in here because my husband was tired of me telling him he couldn't come home at certain times because I was using the downstairs, which both entrances to our house are downstairs, and I'd be on coaching calls, and so he'd have to go do something else. He started saying, what should I charge a life coach for an office space? So anyway, so I made this little office and it's great. And I'm coming at you with a little lesson on how to own your shit. How to start taking responsibility. It's cuter with that view. How to start taking responsibility for your emotions, for your thoughts, for your feelings, for how you act, how you don't act, for what you're feeling, right? Because it is so easy for us to blame somebody else for how we're feeling. And it's so normal. It's taught to us from a very young age. When you think about it, when we were little, our parents would say to us, oh, did she hurt your feelings? She did that and that hurt your feelings. Don't do that. That hurts her feelings. And I'm not saying it didn't actually hurt their feelings, but it wasn't what that person did. It's what we think about what that person did. It's always an interpretation that actually causes our emotion. It's our own thoughts. And I have had multiple clients say to me, this mixture, when they figure this out, they have this mixture of emotions of being scared and feeling empowered. And I just had a client tell me about this today. We had a call and I just got a message from her. Taking responsibility for my emotions is scary and empowering, and I'm so ready to do this. And I love that. I was just so excited that it sounds simple, right? Of course we're responsible for the way we think and feel. It sounds simple to me, maybe because I've been doing this work for a while, but it isn't to other people. We believe that our partners should make us happy, and we believe that people hurt us and they betray us and they cause us pain. But that's just not true. We're responsible for how we feel 100% of the time. And the reason I know this is true is because the only reason we feel anything, that we feel any emotion ever, is because we have a thought. So if somebody comes up to you and they say, I think you're fat and ugly and the meanest, worst person ever. I don't know, maybe whatever, that's my example. And you believe everything you say and you think, oh my gosh, they're so right. They're so right. I'm fat and ugly and I'm the meanest person, worst person ever. Then you're going to feel horrible, but it's only because you believed what they said and you thought that thought, oh my gosh, they're right. If someone comes to you and says, or if someone shows up late for a party you're throwing, they don't say anything, that's just what they do. They show up late and you think they're so disrespectful. They absolutely show no respect to me and to my arrangements. And then you feel disrespected. It's not that person's fault that you feel disrespected. It's your own fault to take ownership for it. You feel that way because of the thought you had about what that person did. So my client came to me, she amazing, she's getting this work, so much love for her, and actually multiple of my clients have come to me with similar situations, and I for sure have so many examples of things like this in my life. So my client was feeling frustrated and annoyed and ignored and low on the priority list of her boyfriend. And we were talking this out, and she had a conversation with him after they had a weekend together and this event happened. And when she was telling about it, she felt totally justified that she was right and he was wrong. and that whatever she made the situation mean was true, and she talked to him about it, and he, I believe, felt guilty and felt like a failure, I think was how he put it, and he took full responsibility also for her emotions. And so we broke this down, and he had wanted to do something on Saturday morning, and she had thought they were going to spend Saturday morning together, and I guess he had to. They were going to meet up in the afternoon, but he said, hey, I'm going to go do this with my friend. She thought, I'm not a priority on your list. I'm not a priority to you, and you're ignoring me, and I don't want to, if this is how it's going to go, I can't be in a relationship like this. It's just not how it's going to work. Those were all of her thoughts. All he said was, I'm going to go do this with my friend today. I'm going to go hang out with my friend for a few hours. And she made it mean so much more than that. And I am so guilty of this in my relationship, way less now. Way less since I've been practicing this work. And it is so scary and empowering because I have to own my own shit. I have to own that it's never my husband's fault for how I feel. It's how I think about what he's doing, or how I think about the circumstances, how my client thought about what her boyfriend said to her. The fact was, he said, I'm going to go hang out with my friend. She added a whole story around it that made her feel low on his priority list, made her feel sad. And then a whole other story came from it, like, well, I'm going to have to talk to him because this isn't the relationship I'm going to be in. And he is the reason I'm feeling this way. And we broke it down, and today she texts me, thanks for pushing me. I feel scared and empowered, and I want to take responsibility for my emotions. And I love that because it's so good. You will feel so much better most of the time, and sometimes you'll still feel like shit, and that's okay too. You just have to own it. Sometimes you won't. You'll want to blame somebody else, but you'll become more and more aware that it's just not the truth. And you start understanding how you're thinking about things, how you're interpreting situations, circumstances, what people say, and what you're making it mean about yourself. Everyone else gets to show up how they want. We're adults. We get to make our own decisions. We get to do whatever we want. It's just true. Yeah, if you break the law, you go to jail. I'm not talking about that, but you really can. You can do whatever you want. All that we have control over is how we think and what those thoughts generate, what emotions those generate, and how we show up. And we can always choose to think of somebody in a loving way because love feels so much better than resentment and anger and sadness. But sometimes it's okay to feel those things too. We have to. It's a part of the human experience. But the sooner you own your emotions, you take responsibility for how you're feeling, and you don't blame the traffic, you don't blame your boss, you don't blame your husband, your wife, you don't blame your body. You take responsibility because of the thoughts you're having about each of those things. And it's all in your control. You shouldn't beat yourself up. You shouldn't feel like, oh no, this is so much work. Feel, yes, oh my gosh, I have control. I can feel however I want, when I want. All I have to do is start practicing different thoughts. And it takes work. It takes so much practice, but it is so, so worth it. So if you want to start owning your shit, then let me help you. Step into my office with my long horse hair. Okay, hope you like this one.